Okay, welcome back. So we're in Visual Studio Code and we have our last program that we wrote, our last HTML document, okay? And we also looked at, where is it? Yeah. We also looked at this directory structure where we're building our HTML code. So we have two very powerful things going on. If I double click this guy, the last one, double click 1.2, I open up the program. Why do I have it as 1.4? I don't know, that might be an error. Part 1.4. Oh, I see. That's the part we're on. Anyways, we saw that we could render our HTML page, and we also saw that if we right mouse button click View Page Source, we could see the page that we're rendering. The HTML that was loaded initially that created this. Okay? Now I'm going to close that. Back to our page. Okay, there's another really neat trick here that we can do. I'm going to maximize this guy and I'm going to go anywhere in here. I selected the browser and on my keyboard, okay, there's an F12 key. And if I click F12, what opens up is the developer. The developer for the backend developer. And we're going to learn a little bit about this. We'll learn more about it later on. But just to show you, if I click on elements up here, now the way you look at this, everything in this developer on this, okay, on this side, the developer is everything is horizontal. So there's a lot of information here. So it's all horizontal. This is the top line. This is the path. And then we have a horizontal menu. So the way you read this is horizontal. Okay. And we can see that it's a very simple program. All right. Very simple rendering here. So F12 is a way to see what's going on. There's more here. There's the computed box model. There's the layout, the event listeners that are listening, the DOM breakpoints. Also, the console is what we use JavaScript to send out messages to the browser. I'm just clicking through these. There's a lot here. Let me open this up. There's the performance of the website to see how it's fast it's loading for profiling of website. What else is there? There's also our security, which has I think it's applications. It shows all our session storage and our local storage, our cookies. What cookies do I have? On this one, nothing. I have no cookies on this. Now, the neat thing about this is that up here in the right corner, you see these three dots. If I click on it, I can detach on the dock side. I can detach this as a separate program. So here it is as a separate program, as a separate window. Excuse me. So let me make this smaller. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me make this guy smaller, and I'll show you what I'm getting to. If I go up here in the location bar to Google, my page follows. So let me go back to elements. I can see that my page follows. And down here, I have my page. Now, if I say go in here and go, what is life? And it comes up and, oh, does that say something? Oh, I have my volume off, so it tells me how to pronounce life. But if I go down and just go into Google and click on any of these, what is life Wikipedia? Again, you're finding that in the developer network it follows along. In fact, you could take this and put this over to a separate monitor. A monitor that you have over here, or over there. You could separate it. And as you surf the web, what is life? George Harrison says something about life. Source map DevTools failed, could not load content. You'll see something a little bit different, okay, on this. But it's the back end. So let me close this. Let me go back to my program. Let me go back here and double click it, and it opens up our page. Now, there are other ways to get to this besides F12. I could right mouse button click and go down to inspect, and that'll bring up the developer. Let me dock this developer So I come up to dock side and dock it on the right hand side, and then F12 to close it. And then I could also pick out an element or pick out what's something on the page and right mouse button click and inspect it. And it takes me to where it is on the page. Here it's giving me where it is on the page. Okay, elements. Right. So there it is. There is the page right there. And notice it's highlighting what I selected. How about if I right mouse button click the HR tag? So I go right mouse button click and I go down to inspect, and sure enough, it selects where that is. And again, these little arrows here open this up. Okay. And there's the head of the document, of course, there's the body, and I can close the body. So this is a fast way if you're surfing and you see something, wow, that's cool. How did they do that? What text did they do? What color is that? What is the arrangement? What is the HTML? You can always hit F12 to find out. And if you're, now there's a certain amount of granularity that we talked about. Like if I just select one little character and right mouse button click and inspect it, it can't really go down to that one character, but it does go down to the highest level that it can. So our pound sign is right there. So, and it also gives us the path. That is, it goes from HTML to body to H1 to that particular element. All right? So let me close this. I'm just going to close the developer by typing F12 and it goes away. And then I'll just go ahead and close this window and I'll move this over. Now, I did want to say that that the path to an element. Now remember what an element is in HTML, because we talk about it all the time. An element is the beginning tag, the middle, and the ending. This is a definition for you. So this whole thing right here is an element. And the placement of that element starts off at the body. So to get to the body, to get to this, say, line 17, I have to go start at the body, and then I go to its descendant, which is the HR tag, if I wanted to get to it. So we always need to know how to get to an element, because the elements change as we interact with that website. All right. With that, we'll start off a whole new project. I just wanted to review the developer and try it out when you're surfing. You know, if you're out there surfing, I don't know, the weather. You're out there surfing, you go, oh, wow, look at that. How did they do that button? Right, mouse button click, inspect. And you can see in the code comes up where it shows that button. Okay, and it shows class, it's a div, and it's got some, and you can actually learn more. Is that right? Is that what that says? Yep. Right here, learn more. Did I click on the one that said learn more? I think I did. Yeah. Well, somewhere down here is a learn more one. Learn more. Okay. With that, I'll see you in the next video.